With yet another adaptation of Julia Quinn's books, the third Bridgerton season will come with another love story, and not one, but probably two, with Penelope and Colin's love story being highly influenced by the likes of Theo and Eloise, who have been hinted at the end of the second season, and the couple that will probably be the runner-up when it comes to the drama side of things.
Why did you not tell me sooner? Why did you continue lying to me, carrying on with me?
There was no doubt that we're gonna be getting a third season of one of the most popular TV shows on the Netflix streaming platform, Bridgerton, a series that broke the record for best opening weekend, amassing over 193 million hours of streaming time worldwide within the first 3 days since the second season of the TV show was released. And although the first two seasons of the series followed the first two books from Julia Quinn, the third season, from the looks of things, will change the pace and skip all the way to Colin and Penelope's romance.
Driven out of business in part by Lady Whistledown's Colin praising Madame Delacroix.
So then she must be hiding something.
Perhaps. But she's...
However, this doesn't mean that we'll not be getting the adaptation of the third book, An Offer from a Gentleman, in the future season of the series. As per recent rumors, the filming of the third season has already started and will start over the course of this summer, which also means that we'll have to wait a bit before we get official footage of the third season, as well as some sort of a trailer and eventually an official release date from the upcoming season. The first season started filming in July 2019 and was released in December 2020. The second season started filming in March 2021 and was released in March 2022.
You seem to have the melancholy of heartbreak about you.
What would you know about heartbreak?
Hence, seeing how both of the seasons took roughly a year to be made, we should expect the third season throughout the summer of 2023, in the later months to be more precise. That is, if everything goes according to plan and no delays occur in the entire process. Another thing to note would be Shonda Rhimes' strong words on the red carpet of the second season, who said she has already started working on the script for the third season, which according to her should shorten the time between future seasons. So keep this in mind, as it could mean that there's a chance for us to see the third season release before summer of 2023 starts. The cast will relatively stay the same, with all of the favorite characters being played by the actors from the previous two seasons, and us seeing more and more of them as time passes by.
That would not be you. I do not want you keeping things from me.
One change that occurred over the last couple of months was the fact that moving forward, the character of Francesca Bridgerton will now be played by Hannah Dodd after Ruby Stokes had to leave the series due to scheduling conflicts. A character that we will need to adapt to, something that we will find it easy seeing the previous works of Dodd. On a side note, something that put all rumors about the third season adapting the fourth book in the Julia Quinn series was the confirmation of the new showrunner, Jess Brownell, who said that the fourth book will be the one to get adapted next. The second season set up the romantic relationship between Colin Bridgerton and Penelope Featherington, which will be the premise of the third season. However, seeing the difficult position the two found themselves at the end of the second season, with Penelope overhearing Colin mocking the idea of romance with her to his friends, should mean that not everything will go as planned, a path the two will have to walk through despite all the twists and turns along the way. And before we move forward with our thoughts about one other couple who we think will shine over the course of the third season, we also want to note that you should expect to see more of Lady Whistledown and what's next for her.
And of course, times when it is not.
At the end of the second season, Eloise Bridgerton finds out her best friend is actually behind the gossip newsletters, and in a heartbreaking scene, she confronts her and the pair have a huge argument. So what will happen next with the two remains to be seen. Will the two go their separate ways or grow as individuals, with Penelope being the one to make amends and apologize for the things she has done, something she has in her and something that we would not be surprised to see come out of her. Most notable elements of Shonda Rhimes' Bridgerton series are the fashion styles, the love stories, and the secret gossip all around. However, with the confirmation of Penelope and Colin's romance being put in the spotlight, fans have started to wonder which other couple would fill in the mix, and which love story should be told alongside the Penelope and Colins. The previous seasons have followed the romances of Daphne Bridgerton and the Duke of Hastings, as well as Anthony Bridgerton and Kate Sharma's love story, with both of them being explosive romances in their own way, something that we think will change with the romance between Colin and Penelope being a slow burn, that is if the series follows the story from the books just like it did up until now. The youngest Featherington daughter has dwindled after Bridgerton for years, but never thought that she would get to the point of where she is right now, and be more than just friends with Colin. In the finale of the second season, he says some hurtful words, causing her dreams to crumble, which might hint toward one of the many love stories that will get explored in the series, the one between Theo and Eloise.
Someone who visited your household regularly might have seen or overheard something.
It is a possibility.
In that case, we...
This love story also seems as the most logical one to be told in the third season alongside the love story of her former best friend by the looks of things. The second season hinted at the fact that Eloise surely has feelings for Theo, the printer's apprentice, who helped her with the search for Lady Whistledown. Sure, there are some missteps between the two, the famous gossip writer outing Eloise's activities to the public, but we think there's still a big chance for the two to work. After all, the two reconciled in the end, which gives us yet another reason to count them in the third season as one of the biggest supporting characters that will play a huge role alongside the main romantic storyline between Penelope and Colin. One reason that gives us a seed of doubt would be the deviation of Eloise's story from the books, where she sent a letter to Sir Philip Crane, who offered to marry her.
A friend? Should I not have a friend?
The name sounds familiar, right? Well, it's because that's the name of the individual who married Marina, the girl the Featheringtons take in over the course of the first season. The show didn't make it clear whether it's the same person in the books and the series, but it sure looks like it. And if that's the case, then Eloise's book husband has already been spoken for, and her path is clear for her love for Theo. Knowing that the entire third season is in its early stages, it'll be hard to tell if Eloise and Theo will get their moment to shine. However, seeing how things went down in the second season's finale, it makes sense to some extent that the series will try to continue to build on their story, with Eloise eventually marrying Theo, who according to her is the perfect partner for her.
Forgive me.
One thing to note, however, is the fact that Colin met Sir Philip and they formed a bond over their love for traveling, which also showed the unhappy Marina, with Colin telling Philip to cut her off, which should spell disaster if he decides to come for Eloise, creating yet another love triangle in the already complex drama in the Bridgerton series that we're so intrigued by.
Trying to protect
Is
you.
that what you were doing? By writing about me in your latest sheet?
On a related note, tell us down in the comments below, what are your thoughts on the Bridgerton series so far? Do you think the skip of the adaptation will shift the dynamic of the series, or everything will stay the same? And what about Eloise? Do you think she'll get her portion of romance during the season, and why? But also don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.